Hey, Hot Moms. Welcome back to Hot Mom Life, the podcast where we talk all things confidence, style, mindset, and unapologetic living as the hot moms that we are. This is episode 4. Can you believe we are 4 episodes in? And it's really going to be the finale of our little mini series, easing into the new year. So today we're going to dive into another really great topic that I want to share with you. And it's all about manifesting hot mom energy for 2025. So we're going to wrap up the series showing you how you can really step into your hot mom energy and start your new year in February. Now, this isn't just about setting resolutions. It's not about, creating a vision board. It's more so about stepping into this year with clarity, with purpose, and the energy that is going to have us thriving in all areas of our lives this year. So grab your coffee. I'm a coffee girly, but if you need some wine or if you need both, go ahead and let's chat. So first, I want to start with talking about why my new year starts in February. I joke about it every year, but honestly, January always has a little bit of the previous year going on when I step into January. And January is always just so freaking long. It's always so much going on. This has been such a long January. So I just like to allow everything to wrap up and step into February with fresh energy. January is like my warm-up month. I use it to try to test the waters, like experiment with different routines, things I want to change. I launched this podcast in January. I wanted to see if I could be consistent and disciplined. I've been wanting to do it for so long, but I wanted to see if it really fit with what I was trying to do with my brand and my focus. So it's an opportunity for me to give myself grace, experiment with different things, with new routines and systems, and, make sure that it makes sense for my life. By the time February rolls around, I'm not scrambling. I have more of a set idea of what will work. I'm prepared. I'm more intentional, and I'm able to be more laser focused. I joked last year that I wanted to roll my year or start my year in February. I think it actually technically started in March, LOL. But I think, in previous years, I've tried. January, I'm going to start New Year's resolutions, new year, new me. And baby, it just didn't work. So it was very overwhelming. And I just decided that I will continue to use January as a soft launch for my new year and really tweak my systems, figure out what works. And it has just been such a game changer for me. So if you felt behind this year already, it's only January, but if you felt behind, do not stress. You can start your new year when you are ready. February can be your fresh start too, if you want to start with me. March can be your fresh start. There's really no rule book for when you have to get it together. So just know you have permission to give yourself grace and start fresh when you feel ready. Now, let's talk about hot mom energy. I get asked all the time with my hot mom brand, what does that actually mean? Hot mom energy is not just a vibe. It's really a lifestyle. It's a way of life. It's just my persona. I think it's a way of, focusing on being confident, prioritizing yourself, and showing up for life as your best self. I focus on this in motherhood because it's so easy to lose yourself in motherhood. So it's that reminder that you need to give main character energy every day. And you can do that and still be an amazing, thriving, present, and phenomenal mother. It's been times in the past where, when I was creating this brand, I realized that I was putting myself on the back burner. I was always prioritizing not just my kids, because I'll never feel bad about doing that, but everybody else and everything else. So when I kind of flipped the script, I kind of stepped into this new energy and I called it my hot mom energy, but everything shifted. I started to feel, more fulfilled, more capable, and honestly, more unstoppable. I felt like I could do anything. So When I talk about stepping into your hot mom energy, it's really embodying that persona. Stop apologizing, right? If you want more, it's really owning that you want more and stepping into it and not feeling like you have to conform to, these standards of society or family or even yourself, that motherhood is one way, because there's so many ways to be an impeccable and phenomenal mother and still not lose yourself or your identity. You really deserve to be the best version of yourself. So when you own that hot mom energy, you're really stepping into that. So let's talk about how you can really manifest that to own and be in your hot mom energy this year. It's not just about dreaming big. I am a big dreamer. I always have big ideas and goals, but it's really about putting it to work, putting in the work to really accomplish those things. Manifestation happens when you pair intention with action. So how do you do it? Well, first, this is what I do. I get super clear on my vision. And again, this is why I take so much time in January to kind of understand what I really want to do, because I could be super ambitious and get over ambitious and not do anything. And I kind of had that happen last year. So I want to get super clear on my vision. Like, what do I really want for my life this year? Not just, vague goals or overly ambitious goals, but very specific, measurable ones. Then I break it down into tiny, manageable steps. So again, I've shared certain examples, but honestly, that's the best way to chunk away at, your big ideas and goals. So if I wanted to grow my platform, which is one of my goals for this year, that means, setting time aside every week. I try to batch content, engage with my audience, try new strategies. You see, I have new series. If you're following me, I got my coffee shop series. I'm a coffee girly. So really being intentional about ways that I could lock in and chip away at my bigger vision of growing my platforms. Last year and, previous years, I created vision boards. I do it every year. I actually did it recently with my kids, which was a lot of fun to see what they want to manifest and things that they want to focus on this year in 2025. But I created a vision board and, those things keep me motivated. I love being able to look back at, the areas that I want to focus on, things that I do want to attract into my life. But it's not just looking at it. That's not where the magic is at. It's in those small intentional steps. You can cut out 7 million pictures and post it on a poster board on your wall. What are you actually doing so that you can attain those things that you see? So it's those small intentional steps and actions that you take every day to make it happen. And that's really what the manifestation is all about. It's about alignment and really, aligning your actions with your intentions and then staying consistent until you see those things come to fruition. So manifestation is important with hot mom energy. But another thing is breaking up with guilt. I talked about it before. Mom guilt is so real. But guilt is the enemy of hot mom energy. We carry so much guilt as moms. Sometimes we don't take time for ourselves, or if we do, we feel bad about it. If we need to say no for certain things because it just doesn't make sense or it doesn't work with our schedule. I even sometimes have guilt about sharing how I outsource certain things. I get so much judgment. People think I'm crazy or I'm bougie. But honestly, I'm leaving all that guilt in 2024. I don't care how people feel. I have to do what works for me. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. Honestly, it's essential. You cannot run on fumes. You can't be burnt out. Burnout is also one of hot mom energy's enemies. So we're no longer doing that. Delegating or outsourcing is not lazy. It's efficient, okay? And when you celebrate your wins, when you pat yourself on the back, that's not bragging. It's necessary. So when we think about, manifesting and stepping into our hot mom energy, it's really owning all of those things and not feeling bad about doing what works for you as a woman, as a mom, and as a hot mama. So let go of guilt because it's definitely holding you back from stepping into the best version of yourself. And we just really don't need it, y'all. We don't need guilt. So let's break up with that now. And the last thing I want to talk about with hot mom energy is really curating your circle. Your circle influences your energy, whether you want to admit it or believe it or not. If you're surrounded by people who drain you or they don't support you, they don't support your growth, it definitely is time to reevaluate it. I try to do like an energy audit before I ease into my new year. And it's really important to do these types of things, not just at the start of a year, but on a regular basis. Because honestly, that energy, you need to be mindful of the energy that you have around you. I have to, analyze, okay, when certain people call me, what's the conversation? Why do you want to call me and always trauma dump or talk to me about everything that's going wrong? While I value that, maybe you value my input, opinion, maybe I'm a comfort source for you. But if I'm leaving the conversation feeling drained and I don't feel empowered, I don't feel motivated, I feel like it's an energy sucking situation. If you're an energy sucker, maybe I don't need you in my circle. We might need to start spending less time with people who don't align with your goals, or even if they're just not on the same wavelength and vibe as you. I'm really in a place where I am thriving in motherhood. And so if you're always calling me to get a babysitter so we can hang, I'm like, hey, right now I'm prioritizing my family and spending time with my kids. And if that's not what you're on, it's not bad. Hey, we're all in different spaces in life, but that's just not the type of energy that I want around me. So think about, where you're spending your time and your energy and investing, more energy into building deeper connections with women who inspire you. That's definitely what I want to focus on. Women that make me feel energized, they empower me. They just really kind of put a battery in my back in different areas. It doesn't have to necessarily be for goals and chasing my goals, but also just, being a better person, spirituality, those are things that are super important to me. And if you make me feel like I'm more aligned with being my truest self by spending time with you, then that's where I would like to focus my energy. So not a lot to talk about today. Honestly, I want to empower and encourage everyone listening to take the time and the space that you need to feel prepared and not feel like you need to, rebrand your whole life every year. You need to have a whole new set of goals. Maybe it's just progressing and staying the course on what you set out to do in 2024. But ease into your year. Stop feeling the pressure from everyone to think that you need to be at a certain place. Stop feeling, the pressure or, thinking that things are supposed to be a certain way. I talked a lot about that last year when I turned 35. So now I'm more so in a place where I'm moving at the beat of my own drum and I'm doing things on my time. I always have these grand ideas of all of these things I want to do, but I'm just being more realistic with myself. What makes sense for the space that I'm in my life. I don't want to be burnt out. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I still have a full-time career. I am, really focusing on prioritizing being present and active in my children's lives on a daily basis, and also just thriving in motherhood. So that's how I'm easing into my 2025 with my own hot mom energy. I hope these episodes have inspired you to step into 2025 with intention, with confidence, and of course, with hot mom energy. It's really not about having it all figured out, y'all. It's about creating the space, the structure, the systems, and the mindset really to thrive. So your new year starts when you are ready. Manifestation is about action. Guilt is not going to be in your life in 2025. We're definitely cutting that off. And we're going to focus on having a circle around us this year that inspires, uplifts us, and helps us to really be the best version of ourselves. So y'all got this. You got this. I'm letting y'all go into the wild. I'm so excited to see everything that you'll accomplish this year. I pray that your year even exceeds what you could imagine or conceive. And with that, I hope that you all stay in touch, keep in contact, tag me, let's chat. You know, I don't like this to be the end of the conversation. Make sure you follow me. Follow me on social media. I'll link all of my social handles in the comments. If you want more Hot Mom inspiration or just to see, what I'm focusing on. Also, just check out my YouTube channels. I'm wrapping up my Coffee Shop and Chill series. I definitely have enjoyed that, so it will probably pop up from time to time. But I'll be doing a couple more different series just on, tips and insights to thrive, fashion, all things that I love. And then make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Share it with your girls. Share it with your other mom friends. Let's spread all of the hot mom energy that we can. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for spending time with me. Until next week, keep thriving, keep manifesting, and keep showing the world what hot mom energy is all about. I love y'all. Talk soon.